Hey guys, today I'm going to be reviewing the Natasha Denona Love Palette. So first I'm going to show you swatches, then I'm going to explain an ingredient that I think might raise some concern for some people, and then I will get into the tutorial for this eye look as well as my final thoughts. If you don't want to see the ingredient overview or the swatches, I'll have a timestamp down below for you so that you can skip ahead. So the Love eyeshadow palette is available currently on beautylish.com and also online at natashadenona.com and also Sephora. It will be available in stores on February 6th here in the US and in Europe between February 17th and February 21st. So starting with the top row from left to right, we have First, Lifetime, Heartbeat, Transparent, Trust. Second row, Heart, Giving, Pure Love, Commitment, Blind. Last row, Soul, Passion, Intense, Valentine, and Dream. Okay, so before I get into the tutorial and my first impressions of this palette, I just wanted to go over an ingredient that I thought might raise some concern for some people, which is Ptfe. And you may have heard that this is Teflon, and that is true. Ptfe is Teflon. And some people do have some concern over Teflon being in makeup products because there are rumors that Teflon is cancer causing. I believe this rumor comes from the fact that Teflon used to be synthesized from an acid that has been linked to cancer. However, this acid is no longer used in the manufacturing process of Teflon. So I talked about this ingredient in more detail in a previous video when I first tried Natasha Denona eyeshadows. So if you want to learn more about this ingredient, I will have it linked below. But the purpose of Ptfe is to help the product glide on more easily, and I did notice that it is for a lot of the purple shadows, which, as you probably know, purple shadows are the most difficult to formulate, and I cannot find any studies that suggested that Teflon itself is hazardous to the health. And also, I'll have it linked below, but there's an article in which Teflon was tested for dermal and ocular irritation, and it was not sensitizing for either the skin or the eyes. I thought that this ingredient might raise some concern for some people, but I just wanted to explain the fact that that acid of concern is no longer used to synthesize Teflon. I personally feel comfortable using products that contain Ptfe, but I just wanted to let you guys know that it is in there. So I hope that answers any questions you may have about that. If you have any more questions about it, leave it in the comments down below. And I did go into more detail about this in my previous video. Okay, so now I'm going to get closer to the camera and show you how I created this eye look and then get into my thoughts of this palette and my first impressions of this palette. First, I'm taking the shade Soul, and I'm just going to put that in my crease and just blend that outward toward my brow. Now taking the shade Dream, and I'm going to focus that more in the crease and in the outer V. Next, I'm taking the shade Trust. I'm really focusing this on the outer V and outer crease. I'm going to take a little bit of that underneath the lower lash line, just on the outer fourth. Now I'm taking the shade called Passion and packing that all over my lid. This is my favorite shade so far. This is very unique. So now to blend things out a little bit more, I'm going to take the shade called Valentine, and I'm going to just make sure that everything is well blended in my crease. Now I'm taking the shade Pure Love, and I'm going to put that right in the center of my lid. Yeah, I really love the effect that this gives. And this is one of my favorite types of shades. I feel like I do have shades that are similar to Pure Love, but it blended very nicely over top Passion, and Passion is still my favorite shade so far. Now I'm going to take the shade Lifetime and put that in my inner corner. I'm going to go over that with Transparent. And I'm going to take that Lifetime shade and run it underneath my lower lash line. Now I'm taking the shade First, and I'm just going to blend everything near my eyebrow just to make sure that everything is seamless. And I just applied Milk Makeup Eyeliner in Boss and Sally Collab Beauty Mascara, the pink tube. So my first impressions of this palette, I really enjoy it. I think that the purples blended beautifully and look beautiful on the eyes. And purple eyeshadows truly are difficult, and I am very picky about purple eyeshadows. I love purple eyeshadows so much, but I feel like it's so hard to find a really good formula. I would say that's what makes this palette stand out to me. As far as the other shades, the warm sort of mauves and pinks, they're beautiful. But do I feel like I probably have these shades in the rest of my collection? I do. And if you're a makeup lover and makeup collector, then you probably do have shades that are very similar to the pinks and mauves, I would say. However, they just blend so beautifully. I really love the formula so much, and the purples are just outstanding to me, and so that is why I think this is worth it. If it if this palette didn't have the purples, I would still like it, but I would say, okay, I can probably recreate similar looks with other palettes. But because this has the purple shades and they do blend so easily and beautifully, I think that's why this palette stands out and why I will be reaching for it a lot. I hope that this review is helpful to you if you're considering purchasing this palette. Let me know if you would like me to create more looks with this palette. If you have any more questions about any ingredients, also please let me know. If you're new here, my name is Ashley and I'm a chemist who loves makeup, and I would love it so much if you would consider subscribing and ringing the notification bell. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.